Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to share truths that are rarely spoken openly. Truths about women's psychology and health that can completely change how you understand the women in your life. These insights come from science, real experience, and thousands of private conversations with patients who often whisper what they're afraid to say out loud. And let's begin. Women's bodies store emotional memories in ways most people never realize. When a woman experiences stress, heartbreak, emotional neglect, or unspoken frustration, her body doesn't simply move on. It holds on to those moments through muscle tension, hormone disruption, sleep problems, and shifts in appetite and energy. Even when her mind tries to stay strong or appear unaffected, her nervous system remembers every emotional impact. This is why unresolved emotions often surface as physical symptoms. Tightness in the chest, exhaustion, headaches, digestive discomfort, or a sudden loss of motivation. Her body becomes a quiet storyteller of everything she never felt safe enough to express. The emotional sensitivity women are often criticized for is actually a highly advanced biological system designed to protect them. When that emotional load becomes too heavy, the body sends signals to communicate what the mind has been suppressing. Stored emotions shape her behavior, decisions, communication style, and how she reacts to stress or intimacy. The more she suppresses, the louder her body speaks. When you understand this connection, you stop seeing her reactions as overthinking and start recognizing them as emotional memories resurfacing. And when she feels safe, supported, and emotionally understood, her body finally begins to release what it has been carrying for so long. Emotional safety is essential for relaxation. Emotional safety is one of the deepest biological needs for a woman, influencing how her mind, heart, and body function every day. When she feels emotionally safe, her nervous system shifts out of survival mode and into a state where she can trust, connect, and express herself without fear of being dismissed or misunderstood. Emotional safety means knowing you are steady, consistent, and present, not only in good moments, but especially during difficult ones. It allows her body to relax and her thoughts to settle, creating a space where she can open up without preparing for criticism or judgment. When emotional safety is missing, stress hormones remain elevated. This can make her more reactive, withdrawn, quiet, or overwhelmed because her brain is working overtime to protect her. This isn't drama or moodiness. It's a physiological response to feeling emotionally unheard or unsupported. A woman's body actually depends on emotional reassurance to regulate hormones, sleep cycles, and energy levels. When she feels understood, her breathing slows, her shoulders soften, and her communication becomes gentler because she no longer feels the need to defend herself. Emotional safety allows her to show her true self, deepen intimacy, and build lasting trust. How women process stress differently. Women process stress in a way that is fundamentally different from men. And understanding this difference can completely transform connection and communication. When a woman feels pressure, her brain activates pathways that push her toward expressing, sharing, and connecting as a form of relief. Talking about what she feels is not complaining. It's her body's built-in way of lowering stress hormones like cortisol. When she speaks, she isn't always asking for solutions. She is trying to regulate her emotional system. Avoidance, silence, or quickly dismissing her feelings can intensify her stress because her biology needs connection, not distance. This is why she may repeat herself or return to the same topic. It's part of her natural processing cycle. When someone listens with patience, empathy, and without defensiveness, it creates a calming effect on her entire physiology. Her heartbeat steadies, her breathing deepens, and her emotional intensity slowly softens. But when she feels ignored, minimized, or told to stop overthinking, her stress response rises even higher, becomes stronger, not weaker. This is not a flaw in her personality. It is part of her biological design. Understanding that emotional expression helps release internal pressure, makes it easier to support her in the way she truly needs. Women value presence far more than perfection because emotional connection depends on it. Presence means being fully attentive, emotionally and mentally engaged, not simply being physically close. When a woman senses that someone is truly listening, her nervous system relaxes, her trust deepens, and she feels safe to express herself honestly. She can instantly tell if someone is distracted, pretending to listen, or mentally checked out. And that creates distance and stress. Small gestures like holding eye contact, pausing to listen, and responding with intention show her that she matters. Presence is also shown through consistency, showing up the same way over time, keeping promises, and aligning actions with words. She notices whether you remember the small details, whether you give her full attention when she needs it, and whether your energy feels steady and reassuring. Women don't need perfection because perfection creates pressure, defensiveness, and feelings of inadequacy. Presence, however, builds warmth, trust, and emotional closeness. When a woman feels your genuine attention, empathy, and engagement, her body relaxes, her heart opens, and she feels safe sharing her authentic self. Presence builds intimacy, strengthens connection, and helps her feel valued, respected, and truly seen. A woman's intuition is a finely tuned biological system shaped by emotional intelligence, sensitivity, and the ability to detect subtle patterns long before they become obvious. It isn't exaggeration or guesswork when she senses that something is off. Her brain is constantly reading microsignals, changes in tone, shifts in body language, energy differences, and emotional inconsistencies that others often miss. This intuitive system is linked to heightened activity in the brain regions responsible for empathy and emotional processing, which is why she can sense feelings you haven't yet expressed. When she asks, "Is everything okay?" it's usually because she already feels the emotional shift, not because she's imagining it. Her intuition grows even stronger when she is emotionally connected to someone, because her mind naturally becomes more sensitive to their moods and patterns. Dismissing her intuition can make her feel disconnected or unseen, while acknowledging it strengthens trust and emotional closeness. Her intuitive sensitivity isn't meant to create conflict, but to guide her in understanding her relationships, an environment more deeply. When her intuition is respected, she feels valued, seen, and emotionally aligned with the person she cares about. How a woman is treated consistently shapes her emotional stability, her confidence, and even her physical health in ways most people never realize. Her nervous system responds directly to patterns of behavior, tone of voice, reliability, emotional presence, and the quality of attention she receives. When she is treated with patience, kindness, and respect on a regular basis, her body relaxes, her hormones stabilize, and her sense of self grows stronger. But when she experiences inconsistency, criticism, emotional neglect, or unpredictable behavior, her stress rises and her body shifts into protection mode. This can affect her sleep, appetite, energy, and communication. Even small daily interactions either build her up or slowly wear her down. A woman absorbs the emotional environment she lives in. It becomes part of how she sees herself and how she moves through the world. Supportive treatment strengthens her ability to trust, open up, and connect deeply. Negative treatment can cause her to withdraw, guard her heart, or feel unappreciated. The consistency of how she is spoken to, listened to, and cared for directly influences her emotional well-being and the softness or tension she brings into the relationship.